It is a new day for the Trump presidency. That's because special counsel Robert Mueller is clearing President Donald Trump of collusion, but stops short of obstruction. Yahoo Finance's Rick Newman is here with more. So, Rick, we read the tweets. We saw the president talk about how he's been completely exonerated. Is he completely exonerated?
No, he's mischaracterizing the report. And even Attorney General William Barr says the Mueller report, quote, does not exonerate him. So Trump's own AG is saying, no, he's not exonerated. But this now becomes pretty clearly a political issue. So Democrats are obviously saying we want to see the entire Mueller report. We want to see it with our own eyes. And I think what is probably likely to happen here is, let's assume Barr is correct and it does clear Trump of the Russia charges. Democrats really should drop it. They should basically say, OK, we accept Mueller's conclusion, assuming that's what it is. And we just need to stop talking about this. And that would be a blessing for the country, honestly, wouldn't it? I mean, we can all say, OK, great. The president of the United States is not an agent of the Russian government, and Putin doesn't have anything on Trump. That'd be terrific. But there's a lot of other stuff there, and I think it's quite likely Democrats are going to continue trying to mine whatever Robert Mueller found. I mean, just one example, Michael Cohen, Trump's former lawyer, is going to jail for a campaign finance felony, among other things. That relates to the two hush money payments that we know about. Trump clearly authorized those. So if Cohen is going to jail for those, what about Trump? I mean, he's clearly implicated in those. Probably the Justice Department will determine, even if that is true, they are not going to attempt to prosecute the president for what may be a campaign finance violation. And then Congress just has to decide what to do about it. I don't think this is going to rise to the level of impeachment. Most of the analysts seem to be saying the odds of impeachment were low before this came out, and they're lower now. And that is probably good news.
Trump has said time and time again this investigation has been a waste of money and time. This did cost taxpayers how much in the end?
Well, the final tally is probably going to be around $35 million.
Was it money well spent, do you think?
I do. I think this investigation was essential because without something that we can point to as credible and conclusive, you know, these allegations, I mean, there was a lot of fishy stuff with regard to Trump. Trump's connections with Russians and people in his orbit, their connections with Russians. I mean, these sort of back channel communications that his own top advisors, such as the National Security Advisor, Mike Flynn, had even before Trump took office. He lied. He lied about his communications with the Russian ambassador. Why did he lie about it? I mean, what was going on? So, I mean, these things still don't add up. Like, why were these guys so solicitous of the Russians during the campaign, after Trump was elected, and then even Trump himself with Putin famously in Helsinki? We don't really know why, but Mueller at least is saying there was no conspiracy between Trump and the Russians to help him get elected. So it'd be nice to close the book on that, but there's still tons of unanswered questions.
I feel like the market's already closed the book on it because very little reaction today from investors.
Yeah, the market wants this to go away, and I think for the market's purposes it has.